Okay, so in this video we're going to be looking at working with some geometric formulas and also some problem solving techniques. And so this is number 50 in our problem solving chapter of our textbook. So it reads, a piece of paper can be made into a cylinder in two ways: by joining the long sides together or by joining the short sides together. Which cylinder would hold more? And then they ask how much more. So we're going to need some formulas to solve this problem, but before then, just to kind of demonstrate what this is asking. So the long sides and this cylinder here. So we have a cylinder, we join like that, or if we do it the other way, like the short side will get a longer cylinder, right, but we'll have a smaller kind of top. Okay, all right, so we get kind of this shape that we have here. All right, so if we have our sheet of paper here, so it's standard 8.5 by 11 inches. All right. Now, in order to find which cylinder would hold more, so we're talking about a volume measurement, right? If we think of filling this up. Now, just kind of looking at the formulas, it looks like the radius, a larger radius is going to quickly increase the volume of it, simply looking at the fact that you're squaring the radius here. So I would just kind of, as a guess before doing any calculations, that joining the longer sides together would give me a larger radius, and I think it's going to increase the volume in a much larger way. But we'll see. We'll test that out in that theory out in a second here. Okay, now first of all, well, I don't know the radius. What I do know is the circumference, right? The circumference is it's just a word that we use when we're really talking about the perimeter of the circle. Right, we just use this word circumference. All right, so if I join the longer sides, the circumference is going to be 11 inches because we take the longer sides, and as we fold them together, that'll be the distance around the circle. So I'm going to use that fact to find the radius, right? And the height of my circle is going to be 8.5 inches. Okay, so first to find the long sides. So we have the circumference is 11 inches. And I'm going to use that to find the radius, right? And the reason I'm going to do that, I need to do that first, is I need to know the radius to find the volume. Okay, so here I'll divide by 2 pi. This reduces to 1, so the radius is 11 over 2 pi. Excuse me. All right, so 11 divided by 2 pi, so we get around, I'll take 2 decimal places here, 1.75 inches. All right, so that'll be the radius of my cylinder by joining the long sides together. So now I can find the volume. All right, so the volume is going to be pi, the radius squared, and then the height, which we discussed, was 8.5. So notice I've left off all the units here. I'll add those in to the end. So volume pi times 1.75 squared times 8.5. All right, and we get 81, and again, I'll stick with the 2 place values, 81.78. Now here we're talking about volume. So look at the units, 8.5 is in inches, 1.75 is in inches squared, so we have a total of cubes, so we have cubic inches. All right. All right, in these units, think of little cubes that are each length of 1 inch, right? And essentially what that means is we can fit 81.78 of those cubes in this cylinder. Okay, so now let's look at the short side. So in that case, we fold along here, right? So now my circumference is 8.5, and my height is going to be 11. So for the short side, I need to find the radius, and I'll find it in the same manner. All right, so we get 8.5 here equals to 2 pi r. Okay, and then again divided by 2 pi on both sides, and we get radius that reduces to 1 is 8.5 over 2 pi. All right, and plugging that into my calculator. All right, and we get 1.35 inches. Okay, so now to find the volume, pi is 1.35 squared times 11, and plugging that now into my calculator, we get pi times 1.35 squared times 11. Okay, and here we get 62.98 cubic inches. All right, and kind of how I kind of thought what happened was the smaller circumference, right, is going to lead to a smaller volume, right, compared to the other one, even though the height was a little bit longer, right? The radius is doing more work in creating more volume. Okay, so now we can answer, again, they asked us a couple of questions here. How much more? We just take the larger one. So we get 81.78. So 8.8 cubic inches more. All right, so joining the longer sides creates more volume. Joining the longer sides creates 18.8 cubic inches more. Okay. All right. Thank you.